Good evening, it's News 360 coming to you live from the News Appiatse Desawekanda. I am Portia Gabo.
And my name is Pa Kwesi Asare. And coming up in the next 60 minutes.
News 360 Headlines is brought to you by
Flamingo Paint,
Pepsodent Charcoal and Pepsodent Herbal.
Confusion rocks the Ghana Freedom Party after General Secretary and National Organizer write contradictory letters regarding the participation of the party in the 2024 general elections.
Imani Ghana describes most campaign promises by three major political parties as non-quantifiable.
Also coming up tonight, the Scholarship Secretariat is yet to release money for students with special needs at the University of Ghana.
Coming up in business news, Institute of Economic Affairs raises concern as Ghana's debt continues to rise despite International Monetary Fund program.
And elsewhere on the foreign front, last batch of voting underway in the U.S. Both Democrats and Republicans are confident of victory. We've got details of all these stories, plus many more coming up in the next 60 minutes. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook. We're also live on your DSTV channel 279. You can join us with your views, comments, and suggestions on any of our top stories this hour. Feel free to visit any of our social media pages on Facebook and on X. To begin with, confusion has rocked the Ghana Freedom Party after the Electoral Commission gave the party 10 days to provide a candidate to replace Madam Appiatse following her death. Now, two letters have emerged in the last 4 hours, with one indicating the party has found a replacement. The first letter, signed by the General Secretary of the party, George Affle, said the Ghana Freedom Party has nominated Philip Appiatse as a candidate to replace former flag bearer Appiatse, pursuant to Article 44 of the Constitution. Now, in a letter written to the Electoral Commission, the letter indicated that nomination of a presidential candidate will be filed by the party within the stipulated time frame given by the Commission. The other letter, issued a few hours before the first one, signed by the National Organizer Richard Botwe, with the title Notice of Withdrawal from the 2024 December 7 elections, and addressed to the EC, said the Executive Committee of the party had decided to withdraw from the impending December elections. Now, the letter said the decision, irrespective of how difficult it may have been reached, has been taken to posthumously honor the commitments and sacrifices of Madam Appiatse. Now, it will be recalled that a week ago, the EC halted the printing of ballot papers following the death of Appiatse, who was at the moment of the GFP's presidential candidate. Meanwhile, a video has also surfaced where one faction is seen at the EC office filing some documents. Let's now unpack the raging controversies and speak to Patrick, who is parliamentary candidate of Nsawa, and find out exactly what's happening. Patrick Tete, you know exactly what's happening with the GF. The release by the elections, the 2024 elections. Now, why have you taken that decision?
Okay, thank you, and good evening to Daniel. I don't know exactly whoever that is putting up that letter wants to achieve from that, because The General Secretary for Ghana Freedom Party, who was by the name Mr. George Afo, issued a statement this morning to let us know that the party has decided and agreed on a vice presidential candidate, Mr. Appiatse, who has been sworn in as the presidential candidate, and a vice presidential candidate has been nominated and presented to the EC.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
So, yeah, I've heard you quite clearly, and that letter that was presented to the Electoral Commission was just a while ago put on our screens. So, who are these other factions deciding to write to the Electoral Commission, suggesting that you are withdrawing from the elections to posthumously honor the memory of Madam Ikeadonko? Who are they?
Well, that is the unknown question. And I would use this opportunity because Media Channel TV3 is a big media platform. What I'm saying here is that a lot of people in this country who want to use the demise of our founder and leader, Ikeadonko, for their selfish interests. And we, as party executives, are not going to allow that to happen. So, what is the achievement of Ghana Freedom Party withdrawing from this election? I don't know what exactly whoever that is doing wants to achieve. But like I'm saying, I'm protecting the parliamentary candidate for the South African constituency. And I'm telling you with the fact that today, Ghana Freedom Party filed a nomination today, which was received by some Otete, who is the director of British Finance Commission. And we are waiting for a response of the commission. So, as it stands, we've done that and we are waiting.
I'm going to ask you a final question, and I need you to answer this question for me briefly. There are reports, or if you like, there are speculations that there have been infiltrations into your party from either the NPP or the NDC. Can you confirm that either of the two parties have infiltrated the GFP, demanding of you to do their bidding? Can you confirm that?
Well, I can confirm that for myself. Personally, I haven't had any engagement with any of the major political parties that are mentioned, so I can't confirm anything.
I appreciate your time. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. And meanwhile, the Electoral Commission has confirmed to us that they have received both letters coming from the party, and will take a decision on that in the coming days.
In more news tonight, Imani Ghana has described most campaign promises by three major political parties as non-quantifiable. The centre revealed this at a Manifesto 24, an event that analyzes political campaign promises. Judith Brown reports.
Speaking at the event, Senior Research Associate at Imani Center for Policy and Education, Dennis Asari, explained most promises by three political parties, specifically the New Patriotic Party, the National Democratic Congress, and the Movement for Change, are vague and do not provide specificity.
If you look through the manifestos, the NPP made over 500 promises, the NDC made over 800 promises, and if you try to look at their feasibility and clarity of the promises, you see that most of them are non-quantifiable. That is, you cannot specifically see the kind of service or exactly what the party wants to do. And you would expect that these two political parties would understand the terrain and prepare manifestos that adequately respond to our current challenges and not sloganeering.
According to him, the report categorized the various promises as quantifiable, semi-quantifiable, and non-quantifiable. However, most promises, he said, bordering especially on the economy, are non-quantifiable. Per the report, 231 out of 347 economic policies promised by the NDC are non-quantifiable. 231 out of 261 economic policies by the MPP are non-quantifiable, and 147 out of 178 economic policies from the Movement of Change are also non-quantifiable. The centre is therefore calling for more scrutiny from citizens ahead of the elections.
The parties don't specifically say what they want to change around these economic thematic areas. But what we also see is that there's a lot of commonalities. There are a lot of commonalities around in terms of the establishment of a fiscal council, the fiscal rule, and also things around expenditure management and all of that. It is very important that citizens ask questions. It's very important that within the next 30 days, as we prepare to go to the polls, we ask realistic questions that actually go to the core of these issues and investigate it properly.
The exercise focused primarily on the economy, governance, energy and infrastructure, education and social services. Judith Brown, TV3 News.
This is your election command center. The presidential candidate of the NPP has promised the people of Akumadan in the Ofinsu North constituency of building a tomato factory for them. The factory, according to Dr. Baumia, will be part of the Agricultural Mechanization Center that he will roll out when voted into power. He was addressing party faithful in the Ofinsu North constituency in the Ashanti region.
Ghana be enti nyame adoma efidia yede ama every district say yemfanye kwan no mede efidia yebeboa akuafo yede be hihye district agric mechanization centers ama every district efidia yede beboa akuafo ebeboa yen minim say ebeboa akuafo sele Fred kaya no adia me pesa me yeso eboa ikuafo ewo Ofinsu North yebeye tomato factory amamo tomato factory amamo in Ofinsu North ha choboy ishisha tosumiansa nyame adom me ba ene Ghana ye light bill no akosoro the entire akosoro ne saying ye crack oil and gas edi ye electricity ye di free manonia oho ne buo soro eba na electricity buo no so akosoro me pesa Ghana ye fa nhihye foforo ye mfa kwan foforo ye mfa oil and gas no ye mfa nto nchen and go for solar power.
And with less than 5 weeks to the December 7 polls, the Electoral Commission is pulling out all the stops to avoid any repeat of past errors in vote collation. Now, determined to refine its processes, the Commission says it has boosted its team with specialists in mathematics, statistics, and actuarial science, a move aimed at ensuring precision in tallying results.
With the countdown of Ghana's elections underway, the Electoral Commission is doubling down to build on its performance from 2020. Deputy Chairperson in charge of corporate affairs of the Commission said it's all about refining every step and reaching even higher standards this time around.
We achieved some success in 2020 and we believe that we are going to replicate same or even we'll try to best what we have done in the past. Some of the things we did in 2020 which succeeded, we have strengthened them.
Emphasizing the Commission's drive to improve the training of its officials following recommendations from the 2020 elections, Deputy Chairperson of the Electoral Commission in charge of corporate services, Dr. Bosman Asari, noted the Commission has completed the recruitment of additional staff for the December 7 polls.
Recruitment of officials for the elections, we have also done that. In 2021, one of the reports that came out was that some of the observers expressed concerns about the training our officials were taking to. So this time, the Commission has decided to strengthen that. Very soon, we are going to begin the training at the national level where we train all our regional officials as well as IT persons working in the various regions. When we finish with that, now we have what we call the training of trainers program, which takes place at the regional level.
He added the Commission has recruited specialists in fields like mathematics, statistics and actuarial science to support vote collation, a step aimed at ensuring accuracy throughout the collation process.
The Commission has currently recruited over 220,000 individuals who are going to work on this list. 2024, another new thing the Commission has done is that we have also included people who are ready to come out with the collation. These are people who have a background in mathematics, statistics, actuarial science, those who are very good in quantitative methods. So they are going to assist themselves doctors at the constituency. They are collecting the figures of all the polling stations. They are going to assist. But at the regional level, we have also employed individuals who are going to assist the position at the regional level.
Meanwhile, the NDC has welcomed the Commission's hiring of temporary staff, but is sounding an alarm. The concern: these new recruits might be open to influence on election day if their basic needs aren't covered.
With the temporary staff, it is important for the EC to also cater for their needs. I'm speaking this way because in the Jisuba elections, we saw a Minister of State, one Dr. Nyako, who actually gave money to one of the presiding officers. Why don't you advance money to the EC staff a day before the election so that they don't come to the polling stations in an empty stomach, and political parties, or what you can say, the political operatives, can begin to bribe them and try to influence them, as we saw in Nyako.
Responding to this, Deputy Chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Dr. Bosman Osari, says they are aware and are working to address these concerns to maintain integrity.
I think Mr. Maliban was asking something about paying temporary officials. This is something the Commission has been looking at, that option of paying, feeding them or providing revenue for that.
Presidential candidate of the NDC, John Mahama, says the entire Eastern Corridor Road would have been completed if the NDC had stayed longer in power. Chastising government for halting the construction over an unjust audit, John Mahama said he remains committed to seeing the completion of road infrastructure in his next administration.
The way CS say, Eastern Corridor. Me and I'm Copesica and they started free go shago a year quina bedru damanko. A house so ya de my contract. First kind Chinese phobia.
Now, the 68 victims under Phase 3 of the Appiatse reconstruction project are demanding monies to reconstruct their own buildings. This comes after a halt in the Phase 3 reconstruction process following issues regarding the land being used. Irama Smith has more.
After several months of protest, the 68 victims who fall under the Phase 3 of the Appiatse reconstruction effort could give a sigh of relief as some engineers moved to site to begin work. But this was not to be, as the traditional leader of the area, Nana Kojata Brembi II, demanded the work to be stopped to enable proper negotiations with the landowners. The result was the engineers packing up and leaving the 68 impacted victims to their fate. The 68 are those whose buildings were demolished to enable the reconstruction of the Phase 2 of the project. Obviously frustrated, they are now demanding to be paid individually to build their own houses. Joseph Abu is a secretary for the Phase 3 victims.
The 68 victims for Phase 3, we all signed demanding that they should pay our monies to us. After all, we bought our land and built our homes. So if we are in this kind of situation and now it has become a challenge between you and the chief as to how to get land for us, why not give our monies to us? I don't understand why it's so difficult for them to give our monies to us. It is our money. After all, the good people of Ghana did some contribution for us to get this money. So if it is there, give the money to us.
If you are not coming, we the Phase 3 people are saying that if we are not ready to build a house right now, just give us our monies. Let us build our own house because we did the work on our own. Reverend Joyce, please, we are speaking to you people. You should just consider our problem and then help us.
On Saturday, November 2, a visit to the relief camp accommodating the Phase 3 victims revealed their dire situation. A borehole initially dug to provide them with water has become contaminated, exacerbating their plight.
White, pure white, pure and so when you pump the water, initially it's very clear, like sachet water. But after some time in the bucket, it turns dirty. It leaves a stench after bathing with it, so we are pleading. They should just come and build our homes for us.
Meanwhile, some injured individuals from the Appiatse disaster continue to face significant challenges. Many are still struggling to cover their medical expenses and are urgently calling for financial support to aid their recovery.
Now I
am half blind and need to go for monthly checkups. My son also complains of pains in the ribs, but we can't seek medical care because of money. I am suffering. I can't go for my monthly checkups. As I speak, my child has qualified for SHS, but I can't afford for her to go. We are unable to go for loans again because we are unable to pay.
Erama Smith, TV3 News, Appiatse.
Away from the Western region, the dreams and aspirations of some students with special needs at the University of Ghana may hit a snag if government fails to pay their tuition fees before Friday, November 8th. The Scholarship Secretariat's delay in releasing their funds for over a year has left many grappling with the hardship. Frederick Kunzo-Tiani reports the frustrations of these students.
Things are very, very, very difficult. They have to get us the school fees, including Belgium, so that at least I can use that little money to buy something.
Since childhood, Richmond and his colleagues have vowed not to beg for alms on the street, but rather climb the academic ladder. This passion and determination has been fueling Richmond's vision of a renowned lawyer someday. Richmond, who unfortunately lost his sight at a tender age, has defied all odds and is now a level 300 student of the University of Ghana reading law. But the inability of the Scholarship Secretariat to release funding for his program threatened his future.
I've been in the house for some time now. I completed SHS for around 2019, and because of financial matters, I couldn't come to school. I just came to school last year. That was somewhere January. So deferring course is going to be sad something for me.
Richmond relies on the benevolence of individuals, which he says is hard to come.
My mom is the one who takes care of me, and then she borrows from people. And then, so as I speak, my mother owes so many people because of these school fees matters. I cannot even sleep because anytime I try to sleep, I remember that school fees matters, and I have to register my course. As I speak, my people are attending lectures, and they started today, but I cannot go because I have not registered.
The stories of Gosway and Jeffrey, also visually impaired, are not different from Richmond.
I was coming to the University of Ghana. I was told by my colleagues that the government pays the school fees for persons with disabilities, special students, at the various tertiary levels. So I was happy. But when I came, I was told, looking at things, the fees will not come this year. So I had to look for my own money and then pay my fees.
If the government has promised to pay our school fees and then the government is not paying, then it becomes difficult because all those people who would have paid our school fees knows that the government is supposed to pay. So even if you go to them for school fees, they will tell you that the government has offered to pay your school fees, so they don't have anything for you.
President of the Ghana Students with Special Needs say they are yet to get a positive response from the Scholarship Secretariat.
We have an office on campus. We reach out to them. They reach out to the Scholarship Secretariat, but they told us that they don't have any money. So if you are planning to demonstrate, unless we go to the Ministry of Finance, because they're supposed to release the funds to them before they can pay our school fees.
Dedicate some of them monies from our Scholarship Secretariat and the GET Fund to provide free tertiary education, both tuition and accommodation, to all persons of disabilities who make it into the universities so that they can all benefit.
These students want government to expedite payment of their fees before the deadline for course registration.
Please settle our fees before Friday because course registration ends on Friday. And after Friday, you can't register your courses. So if you don't pay your school fees after Friday, it means you have no option than to defer your courses.
In a WhatsApp conversation with the registrar of the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat, Dr. Kinslin Ajiman assured them of government plans to disburse the funds. With about some 4 days to the end of the course registration, what will be the fate of these students of special needs? Would they be able to register their course and join their colleagues? Or what will happen to them? Frederick Kunzotiani, TV3 News, University of Ghana.
Reminder, still watching News 360, our major news bulletin for the day. We're going to go for a quick break. We'll return with the very latest in the world of business.
One bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint, superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply superior. You know, one bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint, superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply superior.
Papa Sammy, I beg if you find something small, give us.
Bro Sammy, you see, nobody say boys no one do nothing and just they rely on handouts. Jobs no deal.
I understand the hassle. Hope they come. John Mama they come do the National Apprenticeship Program where it go sort you guys.
Brother Sammy, waiting with that.
John Mama knows say no be everybody way won't work for office.
Like me.
That one day is true.
Under the National Apprenticeship Program, young men and women where they won't learn craft will be enrolled under the program and attached to a senior craftsman who will train them for free.
I beg you, mechanic day inside. Me like this, I don't want to learn mechanical, but the course no.
Mechanics day inside. Organizing, dressmaking, fabric making, catering, hairdressing, styling, painting. What they even sweet about this whole thing is say when you plead, the NDC government go make sure say they go give you certificate where you go fit take go look for job anywhere.
That's sweet. Oh, that's be one waffle.
Another one waffle thing be say when you plead, the NDC government go set you up with startup capital and equipment to make sure you can start your own business.
Wow! I dey go shopping my town wait 7th December.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
I love President Charcoal. Why? When there are so many other charcoal toothpaste. That's both charcoal and lemon. Oh, does it? Yes. Look right here.
Yes. Pepsodent Charcoal has two of nature's powerful whitening ingredients. With the power of activated charcoal and lemon essence, it removes stains and whitens teeth naturally.
Convinced?
Well, I am. Just look at your beautiful Pepsodent smiles.
For naturally whiter teeth, Pepsodent Charcoal.
Whenever you fly to space or take your first step as baby, Soft Care always stays with you.
New Soft Care Space Series is rooted from space technology. Keeps you dry and comfortable for 12 hours long. Offers you the most effective protection during your space journey.
Soft Care. Protect your leap.
Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia, #1 on the ballot.
For a bank to rely on, let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Wouldn't we say to bank be no lie? Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe, Universal banking, it's in me here the date. I'm a busy person, me no need time to wait. Now you got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. You tell me office a chilly, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first.
Nobody feel do I'm like us. Do I'm like us. First Bank we treat you first. Treat you first. Somebody think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN.
West Hills Ridge Property, Eden Heights.
Hello there, good evening and welcome to the business segment here on News 360. I am Michael Obodu. Now, Ghana's public debt has continued to increase, raising concerns about the country's long-term fiscal sustainability. Despite debt restructuring efforts under an IMF program, Ghana's debt-to-GDP ratio has shown an upward trend, according to the Institute of Economic Affairs, IEA.
According to the Institute of Economic Affairs, IEA, Ghana's public debt increased from 585.8 billion cedis to 761.2 billion cedis between July 2023 and July 2024, a significant 30% rise. While this increase is partly attributed to exchange rate fluctuations, it also reflects a substantial growth in the debt stock itself. The debt-to-GDP ratio, a key indicator of the country's debt burden, has also been on the rise. It reached a peak of 75.7% in July 2024, despite a temporary dip in January 2024 due to revised GDP projections. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has expressed concern over Ghana's debt trajectory. IMF's African department has emphasized the need for fiscal discipline, particularly during election cycles, urging Ghana to maintain current debt levels and avoid excessive borrowing to prevent economic setbacks. While the IMF program has provided some relief through debt restructuring, Ghana's continued reliance on domestic borrowing poses risks to its fiscal health. According to IEA, maintaining fiscal discipline and making informed policy decisions, the country can mitigate the risks associated with its rising debt burden and secure a more prosperous future.
Now, the Chief Executive Officer and founder of Nguvu Mining and Adamus Resources, Angela List, has warned the Galamsey menace is becoming a disincentive for the mining industry. Speaking on Business Focus on TV3, she noted that illegal mining is adding to the cost of operations of legal miners.
Now it's taken up at least 50% of my time now, and you know it's an absolute menace. I can't describe enough how bad it is, because you know every day security men go out and they're in a battlefield. You know, we've had one shot in the eye, we're invading and ready to kill. Yeah, no, it's absolutely out of control. I couldn't say otherwise. It's out of control. We feel as though we have no rights now.
But even for people like you, how much is it costing your business, having to deal with galamseyers, you know, constantly invading your property and even killing your people? How much of a cost is this to you?
It's huge. I mean, the amount of money we spend protecting our concessions is incredible. I mean, we have almost a quarter of our workforce in security just to keep the place.
Now, Val Real Estate has officially unveiled its latest residential project, Villanova. Inspired by Spanish heritage, Villanova elegantly merges sophistication with modern luxury with carefully selected color scheme that positions it as a distinctive landmark in Accra. Located in the heart of Accra and 2 minutes from the Jubilee House, Villanova offers 3 to 4 bedroom elegant homes starting from 10 million cedis. Villanova's architectural design elegantly merges sophistication with modern luxury.
The first one, it's the first AI projects in Accra. So I don't mean smart house. It's not smart house, it's AI houses. It's totally different from the smart house. Secondly, the location, which is 2 minutes from Gobeli House in the heart of the city, so no hassle with the traffic. Secondly, is to enjoy the experience itself. The experience, it's all about the amenities, the facilities which you can get. So you are not owning a home, you are owning the whole project.
Villanova not only focuses on comfort and class, its designs also promote community living.
The 64 villas that are there have a beautiful heart that has a clubhouse, and it's the first development to also have a daycare. And all the residents come together at the clubhouse to enjoy. You have a lounge, you have a waterfall feature. Kids have a number of items they can do, outdoor, indoor. We have a fitness center, which is not just a gym, but a paddle court, a multifunctional court that can be tennis, basketball, or football, as well as a running track all around the community.
VAR Real Estate Developers of Villanova has over 20 years of international experience in Egypt, Turkey, the Middle East, and across other African nations. The company is recognized for its modern architecture and innovative approach. Petrosol has launched its Energizing Dream promo to mark 10 years of its existence. Customers of Petrosol would stand a chance of winning 2 Suzuki Expressos cars and many giveaways.
The loyalty promo, dubbed the Petrosol Energizing Dreams promo, starts from October 1, 2024 and ends March 31st, 2025. The promo will allow customers to win items like tricycles, motorcycles, TVs, fridges, phones, and many others, with the ultimate prize being 2 Suzuki Expresso cars.
We want to energize our customers. So we will be giving customers fuel vouchers. We'll be giving customers lubricant vouchers, mobile phones, and ultimately 2 Suzuki Expresso cars, one for the southern sector and one for the northern sector. We want that to be memorable. That when Petrosol was celebrating its 10th anniversary, this is what at least 2 of our customers got from Petrosol.
Customers can partake in this promo by visiting any of their 115 stations to get registered, or go to www.petrosolcrm.com to register online.
And that'll be all for the business segment here on News 360. I am Michael Obodu. Up next, the sports.
My life wasn't always like this. I worked in a bank and had money in bonds to cushion me for the future. Then, with a stroke of a pen, my life was destroyed. My bank was part of the 420 financial institutions which the MPP government recklessly collapsed. What was to become the life of the workers? No one in this insensitive government cared. And suddenly, I was jobless. Their incessant borrowing also led to a debt restructuring program that affected me, and just like that, a significant portion of my lifetime investment vanished. Even worse, my lifetime savings from 30 years of hard work has been rendered useless due to the continuous depreciation of the cedi and extremely high cost of living in the country. Now, look at me. The fruits of my toil and sweat have all gone down the drain because of bad leadership. What to eat with my children is even a struggle. God, help me and the many who share in my pain. Let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. Change must come.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Hey guys, so I got this app. It's called Ayoba. It's a chat app that helps me with beauty tips and cooking tips. A super app that feeds me music. and the latest sports content. I even use it for my studies. And the good news is, I don't need to use my data bundle because I'm on MTN. Charlie, the app just did be.
Ayoba, the all-in-one app that lets you chat, call, read, play, pay, and listen. Use Ayoba at no data cost on MTN. Download Ayoba now.
I'm a Ghanaian and I love luxury accredited faith and I love democracy.
December 7th, Ghana is voting.
Only peace. Peace, I give it to you all.
I love Ghana.
Peaceful election before, during, and after.
One Ghana.
Peace. Peace to everybody.
One Ghana. Ghana Bakumpe.
This message brought to you from the luxury accredited faith.
Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia, #1 on the ballot.
My head really aches, feeling cold and feverish.
Sorry. I know the solution to your problem. It is Procode.
Procode? I bought some 3 days ago, but I'm not seeing any improvement. You can even have a look.
Let me look at it. This is fake. Let's go to the drugstore. Please, we want Procode. No, not this.
Oh, but this does the same work, and it's even far cheaper.
No, we insist you give us Procode from Kojak. I don't understand why people give this fake Procode, and why they don't give the fake one, then they give you a similar one with a different name and tell you it works the same. But it is not so. The only Procode we know is from Kojak. If it's not Procode from Kojak, then we won't accept it.
Wow. So this is the original Procode. It has the logo and Kojak boldly written on it.
Yes, for quick and effective relief from headache, flu, nasal congestion and other feverish conditions, insist on Procode from Kojak.
Procode, K-O-J-A-C-H. Procode.
This advert is FDA approved.
Rise and shine, it's another day to stay on point. Toast is Friday, it's still on point. Watch is Friday all day long. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. Watch is Friday, it's still on point. For your bread,
it's creamy.
For your toast, it's still on point. It's yummy, delicious. It's still on point. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. For your toast, it's still on point. It's still on point. Fortune spread, it's yummy, delicious. It's still on point.
Fortune spread, delicious, creamy, and always on point. This advert is FDA approved.
The 5 kg of rice has moved from 25 cedis to 165. Hey!
Boss, cement moved from 24 cedis to 105 cedis now. Hey!
The kenke is 5 cedis. The fish, I have 10, 15, and 20 cedis. Which one do you want?
Hey!
Stop the A.
Hey!
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Hello, good evening and welcome to the sports segment here on News 360 with me, Horeku Ampofo. Ghana legend Abedi Pele turned 60 today. Now, Abedi's illustrious career saw him play for 12 different clubs, achieving both individual and collective success with his respective clubs and the Black Stars. Abedi was a member of Ghana's last Africa Cup of Nations squad in 1982 that actually won the trophy. There's more details in the following report.
Since Ghana gained independence in 1957, many footballers have come and gone, but not many are idolized by fans, journalists and ex-players in the country and beyond, like Abedi Ayew. Abedi was so good that he earned the nickname Pele, a name given to pay homage to the late great Brazilian legend, Pele, who won 3 World Cups. The name Abedi Pele is still mentioned by many Ghanaians in football fraternity. In addition to his African success in 1982, Abedi clinched the African Golden Ball in 1992
a UEFA Champions League trophy with Marseille in 1993, 3 Ligue 1 trophies, and 3 African Footballer of the Year awards, the last of which he won in 1993, remains the last Guinean player to win that coveted individual award on his continent. As he celebrates his 60th birthday, many well wishes have been pouring in, led by his son and Black Stars captain Andrew Ayew, who has labelled Abedi Pele on social media as our role model, inspiring us to emulate your values, unquote. Ligue 1 also called Abedi a true Ghanaian icon, and Kwabena Yeboah, one of the most decorated journalists, called him the Maestro, the finest footballer Ghana ever produced. Abedi Pele's legacy will last for a very long time, and Ghanaians will keep looking for the next young man to fully take his reign.
Well, happy birthday to Abedi Pele. But let's do some more stories where the locker room bonus initiative introduced by BetPower to benefit Ghana Premier League players and technical team members for the 2022-2023 season has been extended for the 2024-2025 season as well. What we do know is that players will now receive 400 cedis and they'll be able to choose 3 members on the technical team, as well as women's teams would also see their players get the bonus as well. This is what the Chief Commercial Officer for BetPower, Ntudi Muleyo Katuza, had to say. He says that we will continue to sponsor the Premier League, and we have decided to extend the sponsorship not only to men but also to women. The GFA is receiving the commission based on conditions that we have set, and they have agreed. To some boxing, where 2020 Olympic bronze medalist Samuel Techi will be in the ring for November 16 to face Emmanuel Korte in a lightweight battle. This professional bout headlines a program dubbed Street to Champions, seeking to help amateur boxers looking to achieve their boxing dreams.
Months after taking home 1 out of 7 gold medals for Ghana in boxing at the 2023 African Games, Samuel Techi will battle Emmanuel Korte in a headline 8-round lightweight bout organized by Ace Power Promotion. The event, dubbed Street to Champions, was set up to provide support for less privileged amateur boxers in Ghana who are looking to go further in the sport. Other bouts include Samuel Quay facing Michael One Bullet Ansah for the National Super Lightweight Championship, and Holy Dogbato will face Benin's Loco.
Rana, I'm vexed. This guy, my opponent, I'll give him pressure because I want to perform. So all of us come and if you don't come and watch your man. So all of us come and because my opponent, I'll come and stop my opponent.
He's a senior man too, so I'm not going to stop him. I'm just going to learn about him. So I want him to teach me something inside boxing. That's all.
He has been in the game for so long, but you know, Kasa and Frama and Kasa and Frama, people know what I can do, and you have seen a lot of me, a lot from me, and what I'm pleading all Ghanaians, I'm pleading everyone to come on 60 and
Samuel Techi is just my small boy in the national team before, so Samuel Techi cannot beat me. I'm just trying to tell him that Benin Monier, I'm going to teach him how to fight boxing.
Well, that was a story put together by Rabbi Edu Eje, and that brings us to the end of the sports segment on News360. My name is Oreku Ampofo. Up next on the bulletin is entertainment with Adjoanuela.
Mama, stop worrying. How is Kobna? I got some of his medication. His friends are raising funds to support us.
The kidney disease has taken the toll on my son and our finances.
Mama, there is hope. The pharmacist told me about Mahama's policies on chronic diseases. John Mahama is going to establish the Mahama Cares Fund to support Ghanaians with kidney diseases, sickle cell, cancer, diabetes, hypertension and other heart conditions to support and ease the financial burden on families like ours. Mama, but that is not all. Ghanaians can access free health care when they go to the CHIPS compound, health centers, clinics and polyclinics. Mama, we have to vote wisely for Kobene's sake. Mama, wipe your tears. Wipe your tears. Mahama cares.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Avoiding injuries, easy. Winning, easy, Charlie. But you know what be easy now? Kibo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. You get everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted groundnut. Just add water, then sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy, made easy. As I be street footballer, Gary at the top. Now we attend Starboy. Still Gary at the top. I travel go abroad. Kibo Gary at the top. Kibo Gary, he the bio. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kibo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
This advert is FDA approved.
Darling natural twists blend with her hair over time.
Yeah, that's perfect.
She's really more beautiful every week. Darling natural twists get better every day, just like you.
Sanlam and Allianz is now Sanlam Allianz, Africa's largest insurer.
Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia, #1 on the ballot.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by
Napa Foods, Heaven Black Insecticide Spray and Coil.
Powered by 3 Entertainment.
Good evening and welcome to the entertainment news segment here on News360. My name is Noella Donko. Now this week, the pulse of mentor contestants were once again tested on the big stage. The focus was on celebrating Ghana, with contestants showcasing their talent and creativity in a powerful display of craft and showmanship. Now at the end, Babs was crowned the best performer for the evening, standing out for her exceptional performance. The contestants have displayed various feats and traits on the show to survive in the competition. Sunday night was another opportunity for all 16 contestants to claim ownership of the enviable prize. The performance was Ghana music inspired. Knowing that one or more of them could be evicted, they gave off their best. Performing a rendition of Jaleed's Lonely, Bray Mike set a good tone for the show.
Listen,
Jimmy, Ray Cooper, and Obi all exhibited amazing performances.
Yes, I know. If you don't believe them lies, so baby, just you realize that's on me. I love it when you lie to me, yeah. That thing feels like therapy. All in my head, everything I touch is blessed. All I see is blessed, and no man can stop this. Send them away, evil eyes don't watch me. All I see is send them away.
On an exciting note, all 16 contestants were saved from evictions, with Bobs being adjudged the best performer for the night.
Give it up, come on. Star performer for the night is not an easy thing to achieve.
May your bar be
And that's how we wrap up on the entertainment news segment here on News360. My name is Noella Donko.
Thank you so much, Noella. Coming up in international news, in the United States of America, polls will close in some hours. And to do an analysis of the elections in the U.S. is my colleague Martin Esiedu-Date.
What's up?
Yeah.
What up? It's America, that's how we greet, you know?
So polls will be closing in some few hours. Which states are the key deciders? The
key deciders are 7, and we just want to take our viewers through very quickly. So we know, I mean, if you're following American elections, they say there's a blue wall and a red wall, or the red states and the blue states. However, if you look at this map we have for you, there are yellow states in there, or some people call it the purple states. Now, those are the deciding states. And because the total number of electoral votes for either of them to battle for is 538, whoever goes past 270 becomes the president of the Republic of the United States. So let's look at Pennsylvania. If Pennsylvania does turn blue for Harris, that's Kamala Harris, and Michigan also turns blue for Harris, and Wisconsin turns blue, she has crossed the 270 mark, she's president of the U.S. However, if Donald Trump, per the numbers he has right now, and these numbers they already have, Kamala having 226, Trump having 219. Those are the assumed states they already have won, supposedly. If they remain constant, then the swing states will be the deciding states. So if, like I indicated, if Kamala Harris wins Pennsylvania, where she's been campaigning, her last campaign was in Pennsylvania, if she wins Michigan, if she wins Wisconsin, she's through, she's past the 270 mark. However, if Donald Trump, having 219 votes now, wins Pennsylvania, wins Michigan, wins Wisconsin, he still needs a bit more to cross past the 270 mark. If you look down here, the other swing states are Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, and then North Carolina. Trump may need to add North Carolina before he can cross. So if he wins these 3, and mind you, Pennsylvania is the swing region with the most electoral votes, 19. Trump will need to win all these 3 plus any of these, either Arizona, Georgia, or North Carolina, to cross the 270 mark to be president. So as it stands now, if you look at the numbers of Kamala Harris, if she wins Nevada, wins Arizona, wins Georgia and North Carolina, she's gone past. So the path for Kamala Harris to be president is a lot easier compared to Donald Trump.
Right.
Martin, that's a pretty interesting
right now. We're going to take you straight to the United States of America, where our colleague Sani Abdul Rahman has just joined us. Sani, what can you report?
Well, Fagosi, in the last few minutes, we are learning that the running mate for Kamala Harris, who has been on his way to Washington, D.C., is telling reporters that they are winning the election. He's upbeat. And we are also learning from the camp of the former President Donald Trump. We are learning his advisors and his aides are kind of asking him to announce victory earlier than anticipated. And that could cause some sort of chaos. That could cause some sort of confusion, because this could be misinformation. And we are seeing the U.S. authorities doing all they can within their capacity to ensure that misinformation is dealt with and people are not given information that is not accurate. The polls have not closed yet, and it will be very difficult to tell who has won the election. So if you ask me what is happening currently, that's the information we are picking in the last 2 minutes.
All right, Sani, thank you very much. You've been monitoring this for us. Definitely, you are the key man we'll be coming back to before the polls close. All right, so again, we want to run you through quickly some of the key issues that will decide the states under contention. Pennsylvania, which has the most electoral votes, these are the key issues that the voters are considering. Jobs, energy, healthcare, voting. Jobs, because in Pennsylvania, there are a number of factories there where a number of people are employed in. They believe that they need that to be able to assure them. And of the 2 candidates, there's a likelihood that Trump promises a lot more jobs comparatively. In Wisconsin, which has 10 electoral votes, healthcare, labor, rural development, and environment are topical for them. Healthcare, key concern will be the issue of abortion and labor issues. So they are critically considering that. We also know that
In North Carolina, 16 electoral votes. Healthcare again comes up. Education, rural economy, and social issues. Nevada, you'll see the key bone of contention, immigration, because of its closeness to the Mexican border, where people easily crisscross into the United States. It is likely Nevada has stood as a blue state all through the elections for both Joe Biden and Donald Trump. This time around, it's likely that Kamala Harris will win Nevada, although it is a swing state. It looks safe for the Democrats.
So it's a battle between the reds and the blues.
Yes,
I know where you guys stand. You're in red tie
No,
and I'm in blue.
Don't even try. Don't even try. Thanks, Martin. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching as well. For more news, you can log on to our website. It's www.3news.com. My name is Pa Kwesi Asare.
And I am Portia Gabo. Good evening.
I'm a Ghanaian and I love luxury accredited